All right, that's a big charge, viewers, and word coming in right now that 6 Congress MLAs plus 2 independents are being ferried to Panchkula, run by the Bharatiya Janata Party in Haryana from Shimla in Himachal, where the voting was taking place. Himachal, of course, run by the Congress. A CRPF bus has come along with Haryana police to ferry these MLAs all the way to Panchkula. The Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh has called it nothing but kidnapping of his MLAs. Meanwhile, counting has been stalled where the one seat of Rajya Sabha is concerned, on which Abhishek Manu Singhvi is contesting from the Congress. What's going on, viewers, where Himachal is concerned? What's going to happen? We don't quite know right now. Where the voting is taking place, the voting has been stalled. I want to quickly cut across. In the studio with me is Kamaljeet Sandhu as well as Manjeet Sehgal joining us from Ground Zero. Manjeet, coming to you first, is there clarity the number of MLAs that have been ferried to Panchkula? And a tad bit bizarre that CRPF buses are being used to ferry MLAs from Shimla to Panchkula. What's going on?
Yes, Preeti, Himachal Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has in fact leveled serious allegations against Bharatiya Janata Party, saying 6 party MLAs have been kidnapped by the party. Our sources say at least 7 Himachal MLAs, including 2 independents, have been shifted to Panchkula. The allegations are that they were shifted in the CRPF buses and were also given Haryana police protection. They have been moved to a place somewhere in Panchkula. The serious allegations being made by the Himachal Chief Minister. This also proves the allegations of cross-voting, which the both sides have made the allegations against each other. The Congress was already apprehensive about the cross-voting. That is why a CLP meeting was held in Shimla yesterday. The BJP also claimed that at least 9 Congress MLAs had cross-voted for BJP's favor,
Manjeet,
and the BJP will be in a
the counting has now been stalled. There's a pause on counting.
Preeti. Yes, the counting has been paused after the BJP raised certain objections, including the misuse of the state-owned chopper to bring one of the party MLAs, Sudarshan Bablu, who represents the Chintapurni Assembly constituency. BJP is demanding that his vote should not be counted. That's why the counting has been paused. It has been paused a couple of times. The Chief Minister has also accused the BJP members of shouting at the officials and threatening them as well.
All right, stay with me. Kamal, getting you in, give us a larger understanding on what really is going down, because word coming in, it's bizarre. You have CRPF buses along with Haryana police buses ferrying MLAs of the Congress and independents to Panchkula. Meanwhile, counting has been stalled. This was supposed to be an easy election for the Congress.
Well, absolutely right. It was supposed to be a breeze for the Congress party, but it is turning out to be an uphill task in the hill state. Now, what we've been told is that there are 7 to 9 MLAs who could have been shifted to Panchkula. The visuals have already coming in. There is a confirmation coming in even from the Chief Minister. Now, both the parties, whether it's the BJP or the Congress, accusing each other of playing unfair game. Now, what is expected is, because remember the voting is stalled. Now, this is anybody's guess whether the voting or cross-voting has taken place. But clearly, as far as the numbers are concerned, and we saw that earlier in the Chandigarh mayor polls also, the numbers were clearly in favor of Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party there. And here it is the Himachal government, which is the Congress government, which had 40 plus they had support coming in from 3 independent MLAs. So in total it was 43. BJP on the other hand had 25. But the tables have turned with at least 7 to 9. So obviously the narrow margin now actually draws in to very close contest depending on who's voted and who's cross-voted. And obviously each party accusing the other and pointing fingers clearly shows that there is some sort of, not just manipulation on, but or some sort of politics which is definitely on. Now, there is the CRPF and the Haryana police which is coming into picture. They've been moved to another location outside the state. Now, this has been taken cognizance of, and obviously, it will all really depend on the ballot box as to who has voted what side, because remember, BJP is also threatening they'll pull the government down and move a no-confidence motion against Sukhwinder Sukhu government if this really turns out to be true.
That's exactly what it's coming down to, but it's bizarre. I want to quickly cut across to our political panel while Kamal and Manjeet stay on with us. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. Dr. Shamma Mohammed, National Spokesperson, Congress, joins us live. Sanjay Singh, Consulting Editor, IANS, and Rashid Kidwai, Political Analyst. Sanju Verma, what till very recently, an hour ago, was a call of the Antaratma or subconscious. Now seems to be belligerent use of state machinery. How is CRPF and Haryana police coming in to ferry MLAs to another state? What's going on?
Preeti, let's be very clear. You know, whether CRPF personnel are being unfairly deployed, that is up for debate. Let's not forget
What's the debate, ma'am, in this? Should CRPF and Haryana police... Ma'am, it is a question. I'm asking you. Please answer. What's the debate?
You asked me a question.
Ma'am, I'm asking you, what's the debate in this? Haryana police and CRPF, these are forces, central forces, state forces being used to ferry MLAs to protect them. What's the debate? It's wrong.
Preeti Chaudhary, if you are going to answer on my behalf, then it is better that you don't call me on the panel. You can ask the question and respond yourself. I will say what I need to say, not what Preeti Chaudhary wants me to say. Let me have my say. You can rebut as an anchor, which is your prerogative. Thank you. What is up for debate is this. I'm not going to say, oh, two wrongs don't make a right, blah, 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 because I'm tired of these hackneyed arguments which the media gives. Each time, the moral compass, shifts to the BJP. Whether we win or we lose, it is the BJP which is supposed to be held accountable. By your logic, I also want to ask, what is Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, doing using state machinery, state resources, taxpayer funds to shift an MLA from Chandigarh to Shimla? What was the need to do that? Why did Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu use state machinery to ferry the Chintapurni MLA to Shimla at the expense of taxpayer funds? But let me not get into the whataboutery on that. Let me say the more important thing. I was looking at your program specifically, and I heard Randeep Singh Surjewala's speech after the 3 seats that the Congress won in Karnataka. Good for them. We are not going to say, "Arey bhai, Karnataka mein jo 3 seats mili," that is because, these MLAs were not scared of the Enforcement Directorate and the income tax, because that is the narrative that has been peddled over the last couple of months. I have this to say. I will not even say that if the Congress can't keep its flock together, why blame the BJP? If the Samajwadi Party can't keep its flock together, why blame the BJP? Just a few hours back, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu was saying, मेरे पास 40 MLA हैं, मुझे कोई चिंता नहीं है, ये 40 के 40 लोग हमारे कहने पे जो पार्टी हाईकमान कहेगी, हमारे साथ खड़े हैं, हमारे कैंडिडेट के लिए वोट करेंगे. If Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu had the confidence 6 hours back that all the 40 MLAs of the Congress will vote without any cross-voting, why now is the state dispensation in Himachal so rattled? I hear that 7 or 9 MLAs have decided to either cross-vote or actually cross-voted, and Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's government does not enjoy a majority. Out of 68 MLAs, he has 40 on paper, but actually that number might only be 31 or 32, whereas the magic number is 35 if he has to retain the government. Tomorrow the budget will be presented in the Himachal Pradesh Assembly, and Jairam Thakur, the leader of the opposition, has clearly said that depending on how the situation unfolds, we will demand that Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu shows that he still enjoys the support of majority MLAs on the floor of the Assembly, which is a right as the opposition in Himachal Pradesh.
All right, okay, I'm going to bring in Dr. Shamma Mohammed, but I'll ask you that question again, madam, which I didn't get an answer. What is open to debate on misuse of central and state machinery, which is the CRPF and the Haryana police? Secondly, if democracy is the one that you've been quoting, and rightly so, then why is it then in a state like Uttar Pradesh and a state like Karnataka, you fielded an extra candidate knowing very well you didn't have the numbers? So either you were hoping that there will be switchovers from the opposition, or what was the need for that then? Because you didn't have the numbers, yet go ahead, ma'am.
Who is the question to?
No, this is for Sanju Verma. Dr. Mohammed, I'm coming to you right after that.
But Sanju Verma has already got 5 minutes.
Ma'am, I'll give you equal time. I'm going to give you equal time.
Thank you.
Perhaps I leave the debate. I'm telling you that.
Okay,
you speak lower her volume because she has a bad habit.
Ma'am, I'm coming right back to you. Just allow each of you exactly the same amount of time. Do trust me, I have a timer here. So go ahead, Ms. Verma, let's not talk over each other. Ms. Verma, there's a question I asked you.
I can hear the background music of this lady.
All right, can I just get Ms. Verma, and then I'll cut across to Shamma Mohammed.
Thank you. Preeti, I absolutely agree with you that, BJP was supposed to send 7, the Samajwadi Party 3. The entire halablu has come about on that extra 8th candidate that the BJP proposed. But my simple logic is this. that, we've seen in the case of Subhash Chandra in 2016, we saw in the case of Ahmed Patel in 2017, the Congress never shied away from fielding extra candidates. Point number one. So constitutionally, the BJP is well within its rights to do so. And second point is this, that till about a month back, Jayant Chaudhary of the RLD was with the Dot Alliance and Samajwadi Party. Now that Jayant Chaudhary is with us and 9 of his MLAs we knew were going to vote on the table in support of BJP, why should we have not fielded an extra 8 candidate?
Okay.
It was our prerogative to do
Madam,
so.
you had your say. I can turn around and say what happened in Karnataka. But having said that, you fielded an extra candidate in Karnataka as well. You still haven't answered my question on the use of state and central machinery. Madam, please allow me to go to the Congress. I gave you time. Please allow me to go to the Congress spokesperson right now. Cutting across to Dr. Mohammed. Dr. Mohammed, the fact is, one can keep saying that, use of muscle power, use of state machinery, use of central machinery. But the fact is the writing had been on the wall for you where the state of Himachal was concerned. Madam, look how you've managed to retain Karnataka. You could have done so in Himachal. It's poor strategizing. That's what it is.
There was no writing on the wall. First and foremost, let me come in with her nonsensical argument. She says that why did we move from Himachal to Shimla to Chandigarh? Now, I can ask her a counter question. Why were Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction taken to Gujarat? From there, they were taken to Assam. Why did the BJP do that? So let's understand what you are. Of course, it's muscle power and money power. Basically, when in a Rajya Sabha, when there is cross-voting one, which we are not sure of, number one, it's money power and muscle power. It is undemocratic, unconstitutional what is happening in this country. Number two, our chief minister is clearly saying that these people are kidnapped. Simple reason, there is a CRPF and there is the Haryana police. It is very clear that they are doing everything. Let's not forget what happened in Chandigarh. Chandigarh, the presiding officer, Anil Masi, is part of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He cheated. And the Supreme Court said it's unconstitutional. There's a criminal procedure against him. So who's behind it? The Bharatiya Janata Party. They will do anything to win elections. Here, we were easily supposed to win it. But of course, they've kidnapped our MLAs. They're taking them somewhere. What is happening? Let's understand that. And she says there is, during Ahmed Patel's case, it was not an extra number. It was ours. So every time when there is a Rajya Sabha elections, they put an extra candidate and they use this money power, muscle power. So the biggest example is what happened in Chandigarh, the mayoral elections. We all know who's behind it. It's the Bharatiya Janata Party. So they are continuously...
1 second. But Dr. Mohammed, let me come in with a rebuttal. And the question is, this is not Chandigarh. It's not a presiding officer. It's your own MLAs who've cross-voted. You could have got your flock together. And it's a question that will be asked, ma'am.
No. Cross-voting, one, it's not confirmed. It's what the results are not yet out. Let us... we can't go on assumptions, one. Number two, it is not that we can control if they use, what is this, can I ask you, what is the CRPF doing there? Why is the Haryana police there? What is happening in our country? Isn't that muscle power? Why are they there? This is basically kidnapping. This is what they're doing. They're holding a gun on our MLAs. And that's what they're doing. This is completely unconstitutional. Supreme Court should come in today. This is not done. This is basically kidnapping, putting a gun on their head, taking them away.
All right, I want to just open the panel and I'll cut across back.
They're threatened to be put in prison. They're threatened to be killed.
Madam, allow me to open the panel. You both have got equal time. Equal time. Allow me to open the panel. Sanjay Singh, consulting editor, and Rashid Kidwai also with us. Sanjay Singh, in a way, one would think it's bizarre with what is really going on in Himachal. It was all supposed to be about a Rajya Sabha seat, one in total. The picture now expanding to the possible state of Himachal.
Yeah, precisely. As the news comes out, perhaps Himachal government, which was so stable with 40 plus seats, is now the longevity of state is in question. And the former chief minister said that vote of the division on finance bill was not committed. A situation has arisen. Himachal was a cakewalk for Congress. It was even considered a seat from Himachal Pradesh for Sonia Gandhi. Subsequently, she of course shifted to Rajasthan, and now she was elected unopposed. Under this scenario, of course, this reflects on the kind of management that Congress leadership did there, the state and the central leadership of the Congress party. Because if their 7-8 members have not voted for or cross-voted, as what is the code for voting in Rajya Sabha election? There is no whip in Rajya Sabha election. To best of my knowledge, a person who is going to vote shows his preference to his party representative out there. So party knows as to how many of them have actually cross-voted even before results are out. So party leadership of Himachal Pradesh in Congress party actually knows as to how many of them have cross-voted. Now to the question of some MLAs kidnapped, because something has happened, something similar is happening in Uttar Pradesh, where BJP, I think, is going to win its 7th candidate or 8th candidate, so to say, 8th candidate. That perhaps will win. But a chief minister again saying that some of his MLAs have been kidnapped. We are not hearing this for the first time in Indian political history. We have heard on many occasions, but as far as
Sanjay Singh, for somebody who's been covering Indian politics for a while, I want to ask you, when was the last time that CRPF forces were used along with state police forces to pick up MLAs and take them to a different state?
Interesting question, Preeti, but there is a counter to that. Haryana police could not have come to Himachal Pradesh jurisdiction and picked up somebody from Himachal Pradesh. Of course, the person would have travelled from Shimla to somewhere on the border of
exactly
Haryana,
my point, sir.